Hi, my name is Kevin Rees and I'm an economic geographer at Swansea University. Why do I like geography? Well, for me, it provides us the opportunity to explore the dynamism and the diversity of places in a holistic way. In human geography, exploring the social, the economic, political, and cultural influences and how that differentiates places around the world. Growing up in the 1980s, I was influenced by the job losses of the economic recession at that time, and particularly how it affected communities in South Wales. Working in my summer holidays during the latter part of my school studies, I worked in a typically Fordist production facility. And I got to see firsthand there what ways of working were like and how they were being transformed by moves towards more flexible production at that time. But I also saw firsthand what terms like downsizing and right-sizing actually meant on the ground in terms of worker layoffs as production was sent offshore to places like China and Indonesia. And this stoked my interest in economic geography as a subdiscipline. In terms of my own research as an economic geographer, I'm interested in the process of innovation and in high-tech industries like biotech and telecoms, and how institutions organize themselves to effectively innovate new products and processes. I'm particularly proud of my work in revealing what's called the Regional Innovation System of Vancouver. And that research has continued into current times as I explore the convergence of knowledge across industries in what's called technological convergence in ways that make Vancouver a particularly effective location for new innovations that involve the convergence of knowledge between industries, between what are called their industrial high-tech clusters. In terms of my teaching, I teach first year the module called Globalization, and I focus particularly in my section on economic globalization. In my second year, I'm interested particularly in regional inequalities or spatial inequalities across the UK, particularly economic inequality, but one can't get away from the social inequalities that also emerge as a consequence of that. And we explore that, the geography of inequality in the UK, and how governments have sought to address those inequalities, sometimes successfully, often unsuccessfully. I also lead the Vancouver field course in the second year, along with other colleagues, and that field course is open to human geographers and physical geographers. And in the third year, I teach a module called Capital and Labour in the 21st Century that explores the transformation of what we might think of as late capitalism and how shifts towards more flexible production, more flexible ways of working have often brought with it precarity of labour. That is precarious labour conditions, labour contracts, and I particularly draw attention to the fact that that precarious situation is felt unevenly across space and unevenly across the labour market, along gender, ethnicity, and racial lines. In terms of research methods, I teach questionnaire design and effective online questionnaire surveys. So I study geography. Well, I think it enables us to engage with the real world, a changing world, to ground truth, our perceptions and our theories of what the world should look like, to actually understand what the world really looks like, how policies, ideas actually get translated in reality into people's lived experiences. For me, then, geography is a chance to kind of get real, to engage with the real world. And why study at geography? Why at Swansea? Why study geography at Swansea, whether it's an undergraduate, postgraduate, or as a member of staff like myself, still studying geography? Well, it's a wonderful place to study for a start. It's a wonderful place to work. I'm surrounded by great colleagues. We're a friendly department. We're a caring department. We have an open door policy. So that means that students and staff alike can just knock on the door and chat with somebody. It's a nice city. It's a friendly city as well as a friendly department. So that makes a big difference in terms of our everyday living and studying. And of course, as you can see behind me on the image, we're surrounded by parkland, we're opposite the beach, and we're also close to the hills and beaches of Gower. So overall, Swansea is a great place to do and live geography. Anyway, I hope this has helped you get to know me a little bit, and I look forward to meeting you in the near future. All the very best. Bye-bye.